Hi everybody, hope everybody's doing well. We're going to be cutting clutch 1 today. But first off, I wanted to answer the question of why do we cut ball python eggs? And the short answer is really, I don't know. Nobody seems to have a definitive answer. Last video I saw of Brian Barczyk, who's been breeding ball pythons for a very long time. When he got into it, was it late 80s, early 90s. That was just a practice everybody was doing then. Probably has to do a little bit with early on, having some loss of babies not hatching any eggs, and people just cutting to see what was going on, why the babies didn't make it, and then it just became a little practice then. Also, this is a ball python right here. When these things first came out, I remember seeing an ad for them for $50,000. So if you're producing snakes that are $50,000, even things that are het, that are normal looking snakes that carry the piebald genes, those are going for $10,000 to $20,000. So if you have snakes that are worth that much, you want as many as you can. So I think that's why a lot of the egg cutting continued, and we've just been practicing it ever since. So, all right, let me put her back, and we'll get on with the egg cutting video. All right, so just one more thing about the piebalds. Just so you know, if you're getting excited today, you get a piebald for $300, $350. They've come down a lot, but regardless, so this is clutch number 1. This is the breeding. It was a super pastel cinnamon female. She's bred for us in the past, and a fire yellow belly pinstripe spider. So fire yellow belly spinner. And these are the eggs here. Now, these eggs, you can't see it much anymore, but they were really thick, really heavy, with like calcium deposits when they were hatched. I mean, when they were laid. So I'm kind of worried that it's a little thick and the babies might have problems getting out. So today's day 55. So that's why we're cutting them at 55. A lot of people cut them at 55, but it takes 60 days for most eggs to be fully incubated. So let's get started cutting. So we just pinch a little corner, make a little hole. And I kind of just pull up a little bit when I cut. That's basically just albumin coming out of the egg. That's kind of the white part of the egg when you eat eggs. So it looks like pastel, cinnamon. This may be a spinner. See how we have like the little spots, but we don't have distinct lines or anything. So this may be a pastel, cinnamon, spider pinstripe. All right, so Carissa's gonna cut the second egg, okay? So I'm gonna get it started for her, and then she's gonna finish. This one's pretty tight. All right, you want to take over? Can you see where the hole is? There you go.
You can't cut it.
You want me to?
No,
Okay.
I can't cut it.
That's all right. Let's see where it's at. So get more of it in there instead of the tip. right, so it looks like we got a bumblebee, a pastel spider.
Alright, hey everybody, I'm gonna be cutting the next egg. Alright.
You probably can't tell, but these eggs have like the shells are really thick on them, and they were really like cracked looking when they first came out, when they first were laid. So that's one of the reasons that we decided to cut them before day 60. Sorry, kind of peeking without the cam. So I don't know what that is. That's really, that's even lighter than the other one. It's probably a spinner as well. Definitely a pastel cinnamon spinner, which is that Pinstripe spider. But this clutch also has fire and yellow belly. And I'm probably not going to know what that is until they come out of the egg. But because of how light it is, looks like there's hardly any pattern at all, or just very minimal pattern. That could be the fire and yellow belly together. So, and then if you see like a little bit of blood, it's fine. I think that freaks people out the most. It's like, oh my God, it's bleeding, it's gonna die. And the truth is that if you see these little blood vessels, they just haven't been absorbed yet. If you cut one or two or all of them, it's not gonna affect the baby. The baby's already absorbing the yolk, and its placentas, or its umbilical cord is still attached to the placenta and the egg, and cutting the vessels is not hurting it at all. So that's number 3.
Alright, next we're gonna be doing egg number 4.
So I wonder what this one will be. So we know that because the mom was super pastel, everything has to have pastel in it. So that's one of the nice things about breeding a codominant that's in the super form, which just means it has 2 genes, 2 of the same genes. So genetically it has to pass that one gene on to all of its offspring. Looks like we got another spider. This one actually looks, just because I could see the sides a little bit right there, this might be a bumblebelly, which is a pastel spider yellow belly. They're pretty cool.
Alright, this is egg number 5 out of 7. Alright, let's see what we get.
These things are juicy. So that might be a spinner. It's really light. So like I said, fire's in this clutch. So like I said, I'm not gonna know until it comes out of the eggs and sheds if it has fire or not, but almost looks like a pinstripe. Might be a spinner. Which is, the spinner is the pinstripe and spider together. But I think this one might have fire, as light as it is. But we'll see once it comes out of the egg. Okay, number 6. Looks like another spider. This one's head pattern. It's got kind of a cool little head pattern going on there. You guys see it moving? Doesn't like all the bright lights, so that's a weird little head pattern. All right, we'll put this one back. All right, this is the last egg. Kind of interesting, you know, genetically, people always talk about the odds and percentages of things. So in this clutch, we've had a lot of spiders so far. We've got 6, I'm pretty sure there's 6 spiders, at least 5 out of them. Theoretically, there should have only been 3 to 4. So it's always interesting that how genetics, that's what I love about genetics, is like you can say what you want and think you're going to get this or that and do all the little boxes and things like that. But the truth is that until they hatch, you don't know what you have. And I don't know about this one. This one's kind of a
cinnamon.
Yeah. So this is like our first normal one in the clutch, like something that does not have spider or pinstripe in it. So yeah, it's funny how it works. It's kind of light colored too. So, but like I said, it's in the. So see how here on the side almost looks like there's some blushing. So I don't know if that's yellow belly. That's probably yellow belly, but it could be fire with it. But all right, we'll get them back in the incubator and give them some days to soak up the yolk. And yeah, we'll go through them one more time and then call it a night. Okay, so clutch number 1. So like I said, I think this one is definitely a pastel spider, a bumblebee. This one, see how its stripes are just a little bit lighter. So this might be a spinner here. This is the one I think may have yellow belly as well. This one looks like another spider, but look at the difference between this one's color, a little yellow, and this one's a lot lighter. So this one may have fire in it, but we won't know until, maybe yellow belly, but we won't know until probably fire, but it's just a guess. And then over here, this looks like Pinstripe. I thought at first when I said spider, but the more I look at it, that's that back pattern right there. That's definitely a Pinstripe pattern. But what's cool about it is look at the speckling. There's not really any stripes right here. So we'll see what the rest of it looks like when it comes out. This one is the most interesting one I want to see come out because it looks perfectly clear. You know, I can see its head pattern's got a little gray on it, so I know it's a pastel cinnamon, but there's absolutely no patterning to it. So we'll see what that one looks like when it comes out. Potentially we could have a 6-gene animal, but I'm not going to say that right now that that's what that is. And then this one, look at the stripes, how thin they are compared to this one. So that's definitely spider. This is probably spinner. See how this one has a definite stripe down the back, like a pinstripe, where this one doesn't. It's a little more broken up. So that's what I think that one is, and it's a little light too, so hopefully it's got fire yellow belly. And then this one is a pastel cinnamon, and it's got some really cool patterning. So it looks a little light there, but we'll see what it looks like when it comes out. So that's it. That's clutch number 1, guys. Thank you for watching. If you got any comments or anything, questions, please ask. Let us know. And we'll do an update when they come out of the eggs.